What's going on, guys? It's your boy Roliver Queen, and y'all, it's that time of the week again. Heat of the week, cue the intro. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notifications. And once again, I just want to give a shout out to my future sponsor, Bacardi. Do what moves you. Bacardi sure as hell does move me. And if you're going to drink this weekend, make sure it's Bacardi. And Bacardi, listen, I'm going to keep promoting your shit until we work together. So listen, holla at me. All right, let's get into these comics. All right, first up is Joker Warzone. We have a number of different artists and writers on this one. So as for writers, we have James Tynion IV, we have John Ridley, we have Joshua Williamson, and we have Sam Johns. As for the art, we have Gilliam March, we have Laura Braga, we have James Stokoi, and we have David LaFuente. And yes, I said all of them right. You guys would not know how many times I had to redo this take. But yeah, this was heat. So pretty much this is like side stories that are happening within the Joker War. So the first one is Joker speaking to Bane, and this one is probably my favorite of the bunch because I honestly feel in this specific story, yo, you can kind of get the hint that James Tynion could be throwing a little shade at Tom King because it's pretty much the Joker just like shitting on Bane. He's like, dude, you could have handled City of Bane so much better. You could have hurt Batman so much more, but you just decided to kill Alfred in front of Damien. What is that? And you can tell Joker is pissed. And as you can probably guess, Bane is probably going to be let out of Blackgate or Arkham, wherever he is. But yeah, Joker pretty much just tells him like, "Yo, I'm coming for you. You had the bag, you fumbled it, and you know what? You got to pay for it. You got to pay for it." So yeah, I mean, in terms of action, like there was nothing really action packed about this, but the script. So I mean, I know I've been shitting on Joker War, well at least the main storyline, but this issue right here, well this story was really cool. So I may stick around, or I just may hop on the arc where Joker finally does give Bane what he supposedly deserves for fumbling the bag, in that last arc. But yeah, this was pretty cool. Gilliam March's art was top notch as well. Now, as for the second story, damn, you know what? That one was my favorite too, man. We're dealing with the Fox family. So as you guys know, Lucius Fox was taken by the Joker. He was forced to work with him. He got injected with the venom and whatnot. And this is the aftermath of that. And like, listen, I'm just gonna start by just gushing over the art. Like, Oliver Queen, man. Like, I hope he's the one that's gonna be working on the Batman mini with John Ridley. Cause man, look at this, bro. When I seen that Batwing suit, I was hooting and hollering. That this shit looks fresh. I think the last time we seen Batwing was in Detective Comics, and bro, the suit wasn't looking this good. It was not looking this good. I loved it. I loved the story. My only complaint is that it was too short. It was too short. Like if this is what we're gonna be getting with John Ridley on a Batman during that mini, bro, this should have been longer. This came and went, but even in that short little span, bro, there was heat. Like you can tell there's gonna be a lot of tension, between Batwing and his dad. Is apparently, I don't know. Apparently, Lucius doesn't even know Luke Fox is Batwing. I thought he did know. Maybe that's just me thinking about Batman Bad Blood. But yeah, there's a lot of cool setup here, and it's clear also that Lucius still has like the Joker venom, the punch-on venom in him also. So again, I can't wait to see how that all plays together in Ridley's Batman. So again, that was my favorite. Yeah, that was my favorite one. I gotta hand it to Ridley, man. Sorry, Tynan, really took it from you here. The third one is the Joshua Williamson story, and this one was pretty cool. The art is really like cartoonish. Yeah, it's really cartoonish, and it's pretty much focused on Stephanie and Cassandra, spoiler, and Orphan. And it was cool. I mean, I know there's rumors about what's gonna be happening with them. Supposedly, Cassandra Cain will be Batgirl soon. So again, this was fun. Just like a little, a duo story. Nothing too crazy. It's just how they're dealing with everything in a Joker War. The what is it? The third one, which is like the Sam Johns one. Uh, Poison Ivy story. Laura Braga's art is cool here. Like I'll definitely highlight that, but I'm not really a big Poison Ivy fan. I mean, it is cool that we do finally figure out where she was and what she's going to be doing moving forward, because we really haven't seen her since Heroes in Crisis. Well, I haven't seen her since Heroes in Crisis. But other than that, I don't really care for Poison Ivy. But again, who knows what Tynan's going to be doing with her later down the line. So I am interested to see that. But this story was kind of meh for me. As for the last one, this was actually another pretty good one too. So again, it's mainly focused on Clown Hunter. So we really get to see him in action, because in the past couple of issues, like he's just been doing little cameos, but here we actually get to focus on him. And this dude is raw. Clown Hunter's raw, bro. Like he's cool. Now supposedly he does have a connection to Batman and what he's been doing. So again, I can't wait to see what happens with that. But this was cool, man. I knew Clown Hunter was gonna be somebody that was just like no holds barred, vicious, and everything. But here, this just kind of highlights it more, and also like the art for this is pretty cool too. This is like my first time, I believe, being introduced to James Stokoe's art, and it is cool. It definitely works for this Clown Hunter story. But yeah, I liked it. That was a pretty good story, and overall, this was a pretty good issue, even though it was a special. And I'm pretty sure Tynan felt that he had to do this because there's just so much happening in the Joker War. We got the Bat family stuff, Nightwing, and just the whole overall struggle between Joker and Batman. He probably felt that he didn't have enough time to put those little stories in. Maybe if he was writing the run from the get-go, we probably would have got these like sprinkled in there, but I do feel like this was a necessity. So again, this is cool. Definitely sets up the future storylines for what's to come, because we know James Tynion is going to be writing Batman, at least for the foreseeable future. But yeah, man, definitely heat. Whether you're a fan of the Joker War or not, go pick this up if you haven't. Again, I enjoyed it, and I really don't give a shit about the Joker War, but that's a lie. I do give a shit, but this honestly has grabbed me more than the main Joker War storyline, and I guess that's a criticism in itself. But yeah, go pick it up. Batman Joker Warzone. Next up is Ten of Swords Chapter 2, and it takes place in X Factor Issue 4. It's written by Leah Williams, and the art is done by Carlos Gomez. This issue was heat, and I'll be honest, I really haven't picked up an issue of X Factor before this. I'm just reading this because it's part of Ten of Swords. But anyways, yeah, this was pretty cool. It was heat. If you thought the mutants were just going to come back to Krakoa after everything that happened in the first issue of Ten of Swords, if you thought they're just going to heal, get resurrected, and everything was going to be fine, no. Apparently, the rules are different when you die in the other world, and then you come back to Krakoa. You don't come back the same when you get resurrected when you die over there. It's a whole thing. Everything's all out of whack. Everybody's stressed out. The professor gets his head knocked off. The whole resurrection system is all haywire. It's bad. It's really, really bad. And it's actually fun to see. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because the mutants have been running around in Krakoa thinking everything's all nice and sweet. We can resurrect. Everything is good over here. No, I'm really happy. I'm really happy that shit's going bad for him, man. It makes things interesting. fine. The mutants have something. They have something that they don't have a solution for, and I love it. Also, this is from the point of view of Polaris as well. So she's getting stress, from the resurrection thing not working. She's getting stress from her dad, Magneto, and she's also worried about the fact that she's supposed to be the one that figures out who the champions are, where to find the swords. But apparently, like everything leading up to the end of the issue, the stress and everything, it was a necessary evil because she does eventually figures out who is who and where to find what, and it's interesting to see. It's a nice build up, and look, I'm all in. Like I'm all in. I was all in with Ten of Swords issue 1, but I'm all in here, man. This was a great issue. I cannot wait to see how this plays in the other Ten of Swords issues that's coming out, within the next couple of weeks, months, whatever. So again, man, will I be checking out X Factor after this? I think I will. Will it be in trade? Most likely. But, Leah Williams is doing some good work over here. I like what Hickman is doing with this specific title. I guess this is the one that deals mainly with the resurrection stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of sad I wasn't reading it before. But yeah, I guess with this they gained a new reader, and also the art was pretty cool. Also, I mean, it's not really my style, really not really my taste. I feel like it's a little too vibrant for me. A little too anime-ish for me. Because I'm reading X-Men, X-Force, Wolverine. The art style is a little more dark and gritty, but this one's like a lot more vibrant. A little too colorful for my taste. But yeah, I mean it's nothing bad. It's not like I can't read it. But yeah, it's just not really for me. But again, it's not bad. Just not my style. But other than that, this was a pretty great issue. I cannot wait to see what happens in the other books. All right, next up is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Issue 54. It's written by Ryan Parrott, and the art is done by Moise Hidalgo. This issue was heat. Now, in terms of story, there's not really much happening. It's the Omega Rangers versus the Imperial, and that's pretty much all it is from start to finish. And like honestly, you know why I'm giving this such a high grade, even though there's not really much that's happening story wise besides fighting. It's the art. Like I honestly do feel that this was just Hidalgo's way of showing us what he's capable of as an artist, especially in terms of like action sequences. Because man, like my dude is just going bonkers. You see this right here? It's literally just like that's what you get from start to finish. Well, at least until like the last page. But yeah, this is the type of shit that you get in terms of art. Like it's explosions, crazy fight scenes, Megazord fights. That's all you're getting. And again, I think I feel like Hidalgo knew that he had some big shoes to fill, and now that Danielle Dinoculo had left, and man, like this was a great replacement for Dinoculo. I'm gonna say it right now. Like I hope Moise is here for the long run, man. I hope he's here for the long run because I love it. I love it. Like his again. I said in the last review, the last time I reviewed this, it's his art style reminds me of I don't know. It has like that old school comic book feel to it. Again, it's like I'm watching, one of the old VHS tapes, but remastered in a sense, if that makes sense. That's how I feel like his art style is to me, and it's really awesome. Again, it's pretty much back and forth. They're talking as they're fighting, and it's clear that there's a bigger threat that's going to be coming. Obviously, that's going to be, somewhere down the line when both of the books split up, because as we know, we're getting Mighty Morphin and we're getting Power Rangers. Power Rangers is going to be focused on the Omega Rangers, and Mighty Morphin will be just focused on Mighty Morphin. But yeah, there's not really much to say here in terms of like substance or story. But yeah, it's just a teaser for what's to come. And listen, if they struggled here with this being, so whatever is coming after that, man, the Omega Rangers really, 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 really have something to worry about. But yeah, man, not much to say. Great art, okay story, but again, I'm willing to give it a great grade because of the art. Mighty Morphin 54. Last but not least is Three Jokers Issue 2. It's written by Jeff Johns and the art is done by Jason Fabic. Colors by Brad Anderson. This issue was pretty cool. I liked it. It was heat. It's mostly dealing with the trauma of Jason Todd. You know, him and Joker have an extensive history, and that was definitely revisited and dissected. Like, the only complaint I have is, my dude, yo, we didn't need to see Joker beat Jason Todd upside the head again. Well, you know, luckily he's not dead. He doesn't kill him again. I think he just did it to prove a point. But also too, like, it really does poke at the whole Jason Todd and Batman dynamic and just how that whole situation went down as well. Because, you know, Batman obviously still feels shitty about what happened to Jason Todd back then before he became Red Hood. And Jason Todd does feel a certain way that, you know, Batman kind of just moved on and, you know, replaced him with another Robin. And, you know, like Barbara Girl, I'm silly. Barbara Gordon is kind of just like that middle person in between, you know, that's just trying to get them to sort their shit together. And also too, you know, actually, now that I think about it, maybe this issue wasn't so heat. Y'all know what I'm about to bring up. Y'all know, because I'm pretty sure by the time this video came out, well, just by the time this video comes out, you guys would have read it. But the whole, you know, Jason and Barbara kissing, I don't know, that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird, and also just kind of fucked up too, because it's like, like she kisses him, even like he's in a vulnerable spot. She kisses him, and then she tells him, "Yo, it's just a moment. It don't mean nothing." Like, I don't know. Maybe it was on purpose, but I do feel like that's gonna come back and just bite her and Batman in the ass. So, but at the same time, I don't know what was the point of doing that. I don't know. Like, if there's a good payout for it in the next issue, then cool. But if this was just done, just to be done, like, I'm not really feeling it. Not really feeling it, man. Not really feeling it. Also, too, I'll go back to a highlight that I do have. One thing I really do appreciate about this is that, yo, it's a detective story. Like, despite all, you know, the drama, you know, and the trauma, this is a detective story. You know, we really aren't getting that in the Batman books right now. You know, James Tynion, that's Joker War stuff, and even post Joker War, I don't think we're gonna be doing much detective stuff, detective comic stuff, based off what I've been reading, and, you know, what's to come. I don't think we're gonna be dealing with detective stuff much either. So again, it's cool that Johns was able to, you know, take that element that's been missing from the Batman comics and just putting it here. Like, because the mystery is actually, you know, again, one of my favorite parts about this. You know, so Joe Chill is back in the equation. You know, they're still trying to figure out what's the deal with the Jokers. You know, is there three? Could there possibly be another one? So like that mystery, you know, just the uncertainty, you know, or of, you know, what could happen, what isn't happening. You know, it's that's what grabs me. That's what I really appreciate. Also, and also again, I can't get enough of Jason Fabic's art. I cannot. I know I still have yet to, you know, read Justice League Apocalypse War. Excuse me, Dark Side of War. So I'm definitely gonna get my load of Jason Fabric art there. But listen, man, it's I can showcase any page, and it'll be fire, man. Jason Fabric is a fucking beast. He is a beast. He is a beast. He is a beast. Again, why is your art this good? They need to lock you up for drawing like this. It shouldn't be this great, but it is, man. He draws a mean Batman. It's just Joker's actually pretty cool too, and his Red Hood. I actually love his Red Hood. His Red Hood is crisp. Ooh, yeah, look at that shit, crisp. But yeah, man, this was a great issue. Minus my little complaints. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the third issue, especially with how this issue ended as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, three Jokers. Heat. All right, it's that time of the video where I show y'all my other pickups that I'm not going to be reading anytime soon. The first one is Dark Knight's Death Metal Multiverses End. It's written by James Tynion. I think maybe in like a week or two, I'll just probably grab all the death metal stuff that I have, and I'll just read everything that's been happening up until then, and then I'll just let the other half of death metal just finish up, and then I'll read that in one go as well. Then the last one is Justice League Annual 2. It's written by Vendetti. We got Lopresti doing the art. We have colors by Ryan, letters by Baron. Yeah, I try reading this, but again, just if it has nothing to do with death metal, I can't even say it right. If it's not death metal, I'm not reading it. As you guys know, I am reviewing doom metal. But yeah, if it's not that, I don't want it. I'm pretty sure after doom metal, I'm just gonna drop Justice League completely, because I've just been collecting them habitually, and nothing's happening, and I just don't feel compelled to read. And it's clear that even after doom metal, there's like no real concrete plan for Justice League besides Endless Winter, which I could care less about. So yeah, Justice League Annual 2. Yeah, but yeah, that was it this week for comics. Once again, I thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget that I am streaming tomorrow night, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. We will have the Bacardi on deck. We got the bullshit topics, and probably just talk about all the crazy comic book news that came out. Because yeah, this week was a little bit of a crazy week, especially with the Spider-Man stuff. But yeah, y'all, please be easy. Much love, much peace. Don't forget to wash your hands, wash your ass. Roliver Queen out.